Hey guys, welcome to my page. My name is George Lewinsky and I'm the founder of Coach's Corner. Now, you may be thinking, who the hell is this guy? What does he do? What does he want from me? How does it work? Look, I get it. In today's day and age, there are probably a million and one mentors, consultants, all kinds of people that are starting in your DMs, sending you random scripts, trying to get you on a call, close you for as much money as physically possible, and ultimately leave your bank account dry, you feeling burnt again, not feeling supported, never getting any contacts to the owner of the company, and quite frankly, just going around this continual loop of spinning your wheels. And this is exactly why we built Coach's Corner, is because I've actually experienced that myself. Now, I've actually been working within the industry now for just shy of a decade, and over the time of us kind of working within the industry, we've helped our clients to accrue 17 million in total results. Our primary goal is to help our coaches to buy back their time, have a far greater impact on their clients, and to scale past the £100,000 per year mark. And these are the kind of results that we achieve with our clients, whether it be actually meeting up with them in person and helping them to go to pool parties on a random Thursday, whether it be traveling to Bali and living there full time, or whether it be actually adding £100,000 on top of their current business. So, who am I, and why should you listen to me? I'm not here to sell your dream. I'm going to be completely transparent. Okay, I'm here to wake you up. Over the last 3 years, I've helped online coaches generate over 15 million in revenue without running a single ad, without using cringy bro marketing tactics, or without forcing them to dance on reels. Unless, of course, that's what you're into, then be my guest. Most of them started around about the 5k per month mark, and these are the kind of wins they can expect to receive within their first 6 months. So, a good example of that is Hannah. She actually started at rock bottom. She told me on the call that she was about to quit her business. She's 24 years old, and within 6 months, she went from 1k to 6k. So, as you can see here, I had to ask the question on WhatsApp, did you just say you're about to hit 6k? Yes. 45 clients as of that day, and that was just shy of the 6 month mark. She's actually now just hit her first 7k, so I should probably update this presentation. Then we've got clients like Paul. So Paul is now earning £130,000 a year as a 26-year-old, and you can just see here, just deep, I'm 26 years old making £130,000 a year. What the fuck indeed, that is wild. Or our client Tom here, for example. So he dropped this into one of our chats, and he was traveling to Thailand. Small win. This has now become the new norm, hence why it's a small win. £3,500 paid in full from one singular call. Now, a lot of people think that these things aren't, they're woogie wahoo. They're not really real. They don't really exist. I'm going to break down the system for it over the next few minutes. So if you wait out for the end of the call, I'm literally going to be breaking down exactly how the system works, and you may even be able to plug a couple of things into your business. So I'm the founder of Coach's Corner. This is a good friend of mine, Archie. A mentorship brand for real coaches who want real income, real impact, and real lives outside of Instagram. Okay. Decade of coaching experience. I'm quarter Polish, which means I'm just blunt as hell. And we're also we built one of the most respected coaching consultancies in the UK and in the UAE. And the reason I can say that is even to today, the vast majority of our clients come from referrals, and the vast majority of those referrals come from people that have never even worked with us. Because if there's one thing that we're known for in this industry, is that we give no bullshit business advice, and myself and our team of coaches all absolutely adore to coach our clients. That's our USP, is that we just actually love delivering coaching. Shock horror, I know, right? So personally, myself, I coach over 1,000 physique clients and now over 300 plus coaches to build profitable businesses that don't suck the soul out of them. So in short, I teach what works. I've done it, my clients are doing it, and if you're coachable, so will you. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is because my business used to be average as fuck, as I listen to average as fuck mentors, which I know sounds harsh, but the reality is a lot of people are stuck in 1997. Posts like this, I'm looking for 3 females and 3 males. We've all seen these kind of things. They'd get me a couple of clients, and then I'd have to wait until another launch and cross my fingers and be like, please, let me pick up some clients. And it just never really landed the way that I wanted it to land. So in 2022, I decided to go against the grain and run the business how I wanted to run it, using human connection, human psychology, ethics, morals, and common sense. So basically, I just thought, you know what, a lot of this business jargon doesn't really make any sense. Let's connect with human beings. Let's actually help them to run a reputable business, build a brand, so that people actually like them, they inquire with them, and ultimately you can build a business that you love. So in case you're thinking, yeah, all right, mate, bullshit. From that point, stepping back to the mentorship to obviously fasting forward, I now live in Dubai, so if I showed you this in dirham, it would be like 2.5 mil, but that's just a ridiculous statement. So this is when I was living in the UK. So we did £232,000 from the fitness business. We did that over 18 months. And the reason for it is because I built this. I'm now going to talk you through, for those of you who've been patient, what this actually is. So this is essentially how you build a coaching business. Now, you might be looking at the screen right now thinking, oh my God, I've got so much work I need to do. Look, that's our jobs. Our job is to essentially plug in the systems that are going to be the most applicable for you to grow your business. Now, I would love to say there's one system for all of our coaches. It doesn't quite work like that. We have broken it down into 4 phases to make it a hell of a lot easier. But ultimately, if your mum, dad, parents, sisters, brothers, wife, whoever it is, ever says, oh, coaching must be easy, this is how many jobs you have. Okay, I get it, I understand it can feel incredibly overwhelming. So, whether it be from everything from, raw marketing value, moving all the way through that pipeline. So essentially, it all is going to start with your marketing. That's going to be something that we're really, really, really going to help you out with. We're going to help you out for free content, whether it be on TikTok, whether it be on YouTube, whether it be on Instagram. We're then going to help you to come up with a killer offer with killer hooks. And once you've built a killer offer, we've obviously got a call to action, people to opt in, so they can opt into free groups or webinars or school or whatever it may be. We can then help you with any VSLs. A lot of my clients don't even have VSLs yet. But ultimately from here, as we continue through the pipeline, realise I missed an entire part. May even be a case of running ads, which, funnily enough, no one's actually needed to do yet. And the ironic thing is I'm not against ads, so it just goes to show that so far it's all been organic. So our clients have very, very lean businesses. They're not chucking thousands and thousands into ads because they've learned how to market. But then from there, if we skip ahead a little bit, essentially this entire system is going from free marketing, picking up leads, taking calls, and then we've got the fun stuff down here, which is actually gaining a client, working through the pipeline, etc., etc. Now, if I explained the whole of this would be a 1-hour presentation, but I just wanted to give you like a little snapshot of exactly the kind of stuff that we do for our clients. So what I've done is I've actually pulled up, cover his name in case he doesn't want to be on camera. I've actually brought up an example of a client's plan. So again, if I showed you the whole plan, I'm afraid I'd have to kill you, but this plan is, if you can see on here, 10 pages long. So they're extensive, they take me and my team a good amount of time to build the plan. But essentially, if one of us got run over by a bus, you'd be able to take this plan and build your business. That's the whole point of the plan. And it's broken down step by step by step after having a call with you. We can send you across the documentation. We can understand your business. We can understand your message. We can understand your values. We can understand exactly what it is you're trying to create for your life. And build the business with you. We can't do it for you. We're going to do it with you. So we're going to hold you accountable. We're going to be checking in with you. We're going to be doing calls with yourself, and ultimately just making sure that you've got as much support as physically possible with building this business to 6 figures, and then later on multiple 6 figures, whilst building a very, very reputable online coaching brand. Okay. So, in case you're thinking, well, George, what does that sound like in layman's terms? Like, can you break it down a little bit easier? Of course I can. So, the way that we do this is we do this in 4 phases, okay? The first phase is called Begin to Build. So what we do is we build your ICP, which is basically like your niche, like who you're going to be talking to, how's the content going to be presented, what's that going to look like on your social media, like how can we actually build your presence. From there, we're going to help you with schedule mastery. So we recommend all of our staff and look, just send us your diary and we'll plug in where and how and when you're going to do things. We've even got testimonials on our page of clients saving an entire day whilst earning more money. From there, we're going to go through the V2. So V2 is helping you to understand what your vision is and your values so that we can all, as a team, be in alignment, okay? All of our staff members, depending on obviously what program that somebody goes on, but all of our programs do offer some level of one-to-one support, whether it be with myself or a member of my team, and that just means that we can kind of get to know you and really understand how we're going to grow the business together. As you've gone through that, and we've got a lot more clarity on how we're going to grow things, we're then going to plug this in. This has been a game changer, and that's Acquisition Genesis. Now, the way that works is we're going to create a system with you, okay, around inbound and outbound lead generation. Okay, we're going to build you what we like to call an OSS, an optimal selling system. I believe that every coach is going to be a little bit different depending on their personality, their vibe, their results, their niche, who they're speaking to. And then from there, we're going to help you to prime your account to run launches that actually work. And it not just be we're looking for 5 people, it actually be like a complete mapped out process, so step by step, week by week, everything that needs to happen, okay? As we continue moving forwards, we're going to help you to master the online coaching world by essentially achieving better results for your clients on one of the 3 calls we do per week. So one's a review call, one's a business teaching call, and one's a coach and delivery call, with a bonus call for our CEO clients. It's going to be kind of more like high leverage tasks, team management, hires, ads, AI, etc. And again, the ironic thing about ads is that no one's actually needed to run one yet. But we do have that as a tool back end as and when that may happen. But with the mastery of being an online coach, ultimately we know that if you're going to build a business that lasts, and if you're going to build a business that's hitting 10k per month, 12k per month, 15k per month, we don't want to just rely on just raw marketing and content. We want to make sure that when you leave Coach's Corner, because one day you will graduate, that you're an absolutely fantastic coach. Not only are you running a fantastic business, but you're also a fantastic coach. So we're going to help you become an absolute machine, okay? And then within that CEO group, that is when we begin to scale. So we're going to begin to scale your coaching business, we're going to begin to scale your team, we're going to begin to help you hire A players, we're going to help you to buy back your time, and essentially get to a point where you're living the dream just like Paul was, earning £130,000 and traveling the world. So in case you're thinking, oh George, this all sounds great, but like, what does it actually look like in practice? So I'll give you a few examples. So this was Billy's story. So Billy was sat on the fence before joining. He was super skeptical. We actually had 2 conversation calls because he didn't trust me, which is fair because who trusts a mentor nowadays? And ultimately we managed to absolutely shoot his income up. So we went from 5k per month to 10k per month, and he did that in 12 weeks. Now, we didn't do paid ads. He didn't have to leave the gym floor because he loves personal training. We didn't have to add any additional stress on his plate, and we also didn't have to spam upfront payments. So you may be thinking, oh well, he's just upsold a few clients. We didn't actually have to do that. We built a hybrid system that worked for him. We built him an inbound and outbound lead generation system. We taught Billy how to actually warm up his audience so he wasn't just spamming random people. And then we leveraged impactful lead magnets. We then run an offer for his page. We dove into client delivery, and he's now working with 9 PT clients and 42 online coaching clients. So we've also got Tom. Tom added £100,000 to his business. Now you're probably thinking, how the hell has someone done that? He lacked one-to-one support with his previous mentorship. He lacked accountability with his previous mentorship. He lacked structure with his previous mentorship, and he just wanted someone who would understand him and understand his business. So, in my opinion, he was the unsung hero. Many coaches who we begin to coach have felt that way. They're just not appreciated. And I'd say that's probably one of the most common things we hear on a call is I've worked with a mentor in the past. I did $1,000 in a year. It kind of sucked. I didn't really get supported. I was just chucked in a group and no one ever spoke to me. So what we did with Tom is we gave him 3 weekly calls. So sales, strategy, execution, coaching. Private community, so we could get answers quicker and win together. We gave him a custom curriculum, so we broke everything down for him. We gave him simple execution and accountability system, and also one-to-one access to myself. Okay, and like I say, if I had to go to war, I'd go to war with Tom. I love that guy to pieces. I really do. This is Adam as well, by the way. This is Adam. Adam actually grew his business from 4k to 8k, and these guys have become best mates. But we helped him with a lead gen plan, a content plan, sales help, increase his prices, and also helped him to get on camera. We helped him to network as well, and like I say, those guys have now become best friends from the community. So he upgraded to our CEO community, and since starting from that, he's gone from 2k months to 11k months. So £2,000 per month to £11,000 per month. We helped him to charge his worth, improve his onboarding, improve his delivery. We helped him close more sales, manage more with accuracy and less anxiety. So as you can see, Tom's absolutely crushed it. So the outcomes are obviously annual income has increased by £100,000, a business that Tom is truly proud of. He's got time, travel and headspace back. He's bought his dream house in Las Vegas with his wife, which is the image here. And the name of the system is Caring. Then we've got Paul. So Paul gained 16 clients in 8 weeks whilst traveling the world. The reason this is so cool is Paul is now earning £130,000 per year, but the reason I wanted to share this is because a lot of coaches have sold this idea that you either have to sit at your laptop 24/7 and grind, or travel. It's one or the other. He did both. 16 clients whilst traveling, 16 extra clients whilst traveling. Okay, so the goal was 12 countries in 12 months whilst growing the business, and this is what we did. Okay, he already had 46 clients, but he needed to look at where he allocated his time. He needed consistent lead generation. He needed inbound and outbound, and he also needed to reframe his business. So as you can see here, since Dubai, he went from 49 to 65, and he put in here as well. Not too much has changed, but since Dubai, I feel like I'm in the best headspace ever. That was our VIP event, by the way. So all of our CEO clients, they get flown over by myself twice a year for a VIP event with a small group of coaches. So couldn't care less if someone leaves, whereas before I'd be shitting myself. So he's now a lot less anxious around running his business. This is all about me trusting in my business and what I've built now. I'm no longer riddled with fear that everyone is going to leave one day. It also helps I've been booking calls in weekly. This week I have another 4 calls. Inquiries are steadily coming through, whereas before I would run dry for weeks and weeks at a time. So completely empty diary to 4 calls every single week and less anxiety. So We grew his business to £12,000 per month, no ad spend, no boosted posts, all of it was profit. We've just actually made his first hire, so he's now got a coach working on board with himself. But yeah, that's all profit, which is pretty insane to say out loud. So the specifics we needed to know: we utilised lead magnet system, the direct and indirect polls, social story selling system, referral system, social proof structure. This was in a weekly flow, which took the guesswork out because we checked in every single week. We also had Paul make his first hire, offload some work, which we've just done. We checked in every single week. I encouraged him to work less, not more, and that led to better results. So we've got another story here. So we've got Tom's story. I've actually just run you through Tom's story already, haven't I? We've got Joey's story. So Joey was an electrician, okay? Now, when he joined on board, Joey was kind of really struggling to kick on with his business. So as you can see here, we took him from an electrician earning 1k per month to a full-time online coach earning 6k per month. So he essentially 6x'd his business, all right? So what did we do? Step one is we helped him to actually believe in himself. I believed in Joey from day one. He was working one-to-one with myself. Something I found out is that most mentors don't give you guys any form of one-to-one. All the one-to-one is, yeah, we're going to catch up once a month. Like, that doesn't cut it for me. Step two was we helped him with lead generation. We knew he was a fantastic communicator, so we knew exactly the style of lead generation he needed. Step number three was we continued to focus on what was most important within the business, which was service delivery, and helped him get incredible results for his clients. And then finally focus on what counts, that is building relationships with his audience and building relationships with his clients. So he knew what to do, why to do it, how to do it, and then he could then go and implement like crazy. We've also got Anna's story. So the results for Anna is she grew her business from 5k per month to 11.7k per month. She onboarded 4 influencers who helped her grow her page. And essentially with those influencers, that allowed her to get bigger reach, more followers, more inquiries. She gained confidence in herself, and the coolest part is she got back to enjoying running her business, getting her personality into her content and attracting far more rockstar clients. We've even got Tommy's story here. So myself and Tommy had a consultation call back in February of 2024. His main goal was to get better client results. His monthly recurring revenue was 3k. He just moved to Dubai and he was panicking a little bit because anyone who's ever moved to Dubai will know it's quite expensive. He was earning £3,000 per month and he said to me, George, mate, it's do or die for me right now. So we had Tommy focus on his content. We dove into the one-to-one content plan. We then helped him one-to-one with his clients and achieving better results. Once and only once this was all planned did we run our first kind of launch or promotion for his coaching. From February to May, Tommy went from 35 clients to 55 clients and he hit a PB month of £10,000. We then kind of rebranded to Obsessed Optimization. We knew Tommy was obsessed with his craft, and rebrand allowed us to really hone in on the high ticket market. He then started closing calls of 1k and 1.5k, and eventually he grew from 30 clients to 70 clients, going from 3k per month to 13k per month. We've then got Mia's story. So myself and Mia actually go all the way back to 2020, so 2022. So this is when I was kind of stepping back from the physique coaching. So we did a photo shoot together, and she was so inspired by that photo shoot and got such an incredible result that she actually decided that she wanted to go into the coaching space. So she tried another mentorship for 6 months. That took her from 0 to 5 clients, but she just felt like she was really struggling. So what we did is we first took Mia through our 4-part curriculum to boost her coaching knowledge. We dove into the basics of physique development, covering adherence, organisation, active listening, communication skills, as well as female health, sleep, mastering check-ins, and more. We then went through all of our nutrition strategies, went through gut health, went through hormone optimization, and in 90 days, Mia grew her business from 5 clients to 15 clients. Her monthly recurring revenue went from £300 a month to £1,500 per month. Her content has now been posted consistently, and she's built confidence within herself within the 3 months. So we revamped her offer. We gave her our CC messaging flow. We set Mia up with some KPIs and SOPs, and we taught her how to relaunch her services using our launch framework, which in 3 weeks helped her gain 10 clients. Then we've got Molly's story. So when Molly was starting out, she literally said to me, George, if this doesn't work, I am screwed. She started at £95 a month. And in 90 days, or less than 90 days, it was actually 85 days, she went from £95 a month to £2,500 a month, as you can see from the graph here. She was charging £8 a client, massively undercharging. She needed to be taught sales, offer positioning, and also she needed help with reviewing calls, which we did over on WhatsApp. We made it bulletproof. Okay, so we did Loom check-ins, we wrote her out schedule, we did step-by-step actions, and we gave a nice clear process. And what he said during onboarding, I really need a clear structure for each day. As a bodybuilder, I thrive off the structure, and I'm currently really lacking direction. Just tell me what to do and when in every aspect of life. A clear cut of when I need to stop working would also be great. So ultimately, we gave her content directed at desires and pain points, revenue generating activities plugged in, and we created a system for optimal and consistent sales. And the results were she handed in her notice in under 90 days of coaching. So guys, hopefully you can see from these trainings that we literally, for a coach, can cover all bases and get our clients to a point whereby they're running a business with less anxiety, they're getting better client results, they're living with more impact, more income, and more freedom. And we're having client after client after client achieving absolutely phenomenal results because they get support that nobody else can offer. As you can see right now, we've got pods for all of our clients. So, whether I be jumping in each day with like a hack or a tip or something that can help them out with their marketing. So we've got a boost program, we've got an accelerator program, we've got a CEO program. So boost is for 0 to 3K, accelerator is for 3K to 8K, and then CEO is for 8K plus. Okay, so at the moment within CEO, we've got coaches doing 10K per month, 12K per month, 15K per month. Those guys are absolutely crushing it. And as you can see here, all of my clients get one-to-one access from me. So I've just put on a few calls this morning, and as you can see, I'm very committed to helping my clients on a one-to-one basis. So guys, that is how we help our clients. Now, I'm going to cut through the noise here, right? We know that the way that we structure our coaching and our coaching systems are completely unmatched within this industry. Ultimately, most within this industry will pack 300, 400, 500 people into a school program, put their thumbs up and say, right mate, good luck, all the best, we hope that everything works out for you. We don't do that here. Yes, we do have communities. Yes, we do have a community hosted on school. But within that school community, we've got modules that you can work through self-paced, but our job, just like I showed you just here, is to build you a plan, hold you accountable to the plan, by either, depending on the tier, check-ins every other week or check-ins every single week. You get access to us personally, you get access to coaches working in a very similar setup to you, and ultimately, we help this headache right here become far easier, far clearer, so that you can start consistently getting results just like these clients are getting here. So, you know what to do. I'm going to drop a link below. Now, this link is a completely free call with myself. Okay, you're not going to be handed off to the sales team on this link. You're going to be talking directly to myself. We're going to assess your business. We're going to assess your social media. We're going to do a completely free audit. Okay. At the end of the free audit, you think, you know what, this sounds great. Let's do it. Then, of course, we can work together. We can change your life, and you can ultimately stop holding yourself back and stop getting to that point whereby you realise could have achieved a lot more out of life, could have achieved a lot more out of coaching, but I've just been kind of sitting on the fence. If that sounds like you, these guys are proof that this works. So that again, what I'll do is I'll drop that in the comments below. All you need to do is book in a time. If you cannot find a time slot for you, because I understand we work with clients in lots of different time zones, please just drop me a DM on Instagram with the word CEO. I will personally respond to you. We'll have a conversation. I'll find out about you and your goals. I'll figure out if you'll be a good fit for this program. And if you are, we'll jump on a call, we'll have a conversation. And if after that, you decide which tier would be best for where you're at in business, we'll go ahead and we'll start growing your business to 6 figures per year. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Really look forward to talking to you guys, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.